for the video.
20 seconds in.
All right, I'll try to do the intros a little like nicer too, because I feel like my regular voice is compared to what I can like really try to speak. Like I can put on a nice little like almost ad read type voice. So let me see.
You could also just like handle the intro every single time, like entirely.
Oh,
and then I was hopping to say, and I'm Breeeeeg at the end.
I kind of assumed that, but I was gonna try to do it like a nice like ASMR style intro.
Go for it.
But thank you.
I'm just saying I'm not gonna interrupt, and don't pause waiting for an interjection.
Gotcha. Welcome to Cold Hard Trash, CRT episode 7. Oh shit, we're on episode 8.
Very special.
Very special episode. Fucked it up, guy. Fucked it up. I tried. We'll get it right next time. We'll get it right the next time.
What?
I'll write it down.
Right now.
At
the beginning of the video, we can just cut it.
The moment's gone. No, we're keeping all this in. The moment's gone. I lost it. We tried. We failed. But you know what? We're going to keep on rolling. Next time we'll get it right.
Man.
I'll have it written down. If I read it from a script, that's like foolproof. I'm not going to be able to. I'll get the very special part. I'll get sure I have the right episode number.
And I did interrupt too, but that was after you got the
Yes, after I got off track. Yeah, I biffed it. That was a botch job. But welcome to episode 8. I said last episode I need to start off with something hot. It is absolutely criminal. And if you order a Big Mac from McDonald's, 80% of what you are given is not meat. The patties are thinner than the buns. You get this mountain of lettuce. You get so much sauce and everything. There's like 20% of that burger that's actually burger.
Well, we're getting into this. Let's look at the prices for these things.
That's a good call. Good call. It's just ridiculous. I've had the amount of like you would call them a Big Mac attack, where I'm just really craving. I guess just the sauce is more than anything, because that's really the only thing like. You really like.
You have a name for it.
It's not my name. A Big Mac attack is like I'm pretty sure a McDonald's branded thing, where like they use that in commercials or whatever. I think anyway.
That's fucking crazy. If that's
you get a Big Mac
they
attack.
They did Super Size Me and everything, and they still did that, or was it before?
It was probably before Super Size Me. If you get the Big Mac attack, you need a Big Mac. But I've had them before, where it's like I really kind of crave that sauce, and even like the last couple times, I've just been so disappointed because of the lack of actual meat. I don't know if it's like the shrinkflation that's been plaguing the entire world, or plaguing the entire places I see on the internet, people complaining about it at least. I'm
gonna screenshot this. I'm on McDonald's.com, baby.
Oh boy, cookies. Do you want to reject all cookies or
Yeah,
accept
I'll
cookies?
get through it. I just want you to see that the entire screen
is
covered in notification.
Oh yeah, sorry, I hit reject all cookies, but it's literally.
No, I was gonna do that, but
it was literally just half of just notification. Yeah, you can't view shit. They want to know if they can have your data.
I'll send you the screenshot. Now I get to provide a visual aid.
You provided one last time.
I guess the Big Cheez-It.
Big
Oh,
Cheez-It.
and the fucking.
Yeah, we were cooking your laptop. You provided a lot of visual aid.
True.
I don't think we introed ourselves, by the way. Trashcan Jones, your host, with Breeeeeg as always.
Howdy do. There's no price on this menu because it's an online menu.
I think it's something like a Big Mac meal is like $12 or something nowadays.
Go to the McDonald's app. Oh, why did I click that?
Oh boy.
Fuck it, DoorDash.
I'm actually curious.
I think the most direct comparison is going to be the quarter pounder and cheese.
Yeah, because that's also a double patty burger.
Yeah, but it doesn't have all the other stuff.
Right.
It does have cheese.
But I do have a better comparison for it. I'm curious of the price, though, because that will affect how good this comparison is. It's ridiculous. How are you going to serve that? How are you going to serve like a burger? Because you'll see the things people post like, oh, the Big Mac looks all deflated and gross. Like, I've never had a Big Mac with like terrible buns or anything. Like, it's always been, very out of the package, looks like a freshly made thing that's pretty piled high. And still, even with that, it's like the thinnest, like 20% of that whole sandwich is just meat. Only 20%.
I can't. There it is. Okay, it's $7.29.
Just the sandwich or the whole meal?
Just the sandwich.
That's ridiculous. So
590 calories, which is actually like.
Because there's no meat in it. There's
yeah,
nothing. You're just eating lettuce, pickles, and sauce and bread. It's garbage. My way around it, which is now I know for sure is a cheaper way, is a Big Mac chicken. You buy 2 McChickens, just take off one top bun, boom, slap it on. You get it's like 50% chicken as opposed to like the chicken but to meat ratio. The only other things are like a little bit of lettuce. They usually like to skimp on you and a slap of mayo. It's way more food, way less price, and way better than a fucking Big Mac. Down with Big Macs. Up with Big Mac chicken.
Became what I swore to destroy. The fucking McDonald's. Ooh, the land, air, and sea. Just get a McDouble, a McChicken, and a McFish put on one thing.
That's
the
a
Big
lot
Mac
of work.
Chicken. Get 2 McChickens and take out the middle bun and put them on top of each other.
I feel like one is very different than the other because it's like you're talking about 3 different sandwiches putting together, and I'm just talking about taking the same sandwich just twice. You could eat 2 McChickens one after the other. I'm just saving you the bun because you don't need that much bread. You could take out one bun and then just eat it like that, and bada bing, bada boom. It's cheaper. Get a little fry and a drink with it. It'll be less because they now instead of the dollar menu, they have the buy one get one for $1 menu that the McChicken stays on. $4 for a McChicken fry, extra $1 for a drink. You're paying $6 and change. Easy meal.
You know, they also, I'm pretty sure the regular, like the spicy McChicken, there's like a spicy McChicken that's like this whole complicated thing with like there's actually, I think, different spicy McChickens over the years. There's one that's like this really complicated thing with like better chicken or whatever and spiced breading and like
they have like the
nice tomatoes and stuff, but there's also one where they just add a spicy mayo, and I'm pretty sure there's also one where they make the McChicken patty actually spicy itself.
I would say the McChicken patty spicy is the one that sticks around. I think the spicy mayo one was on whatever like the premium chicken is. I forget what they call that.
Yeah, I might have been putting those two together.
I forget.
Yeah.
I can't remember what that chicken sandwich is called, but it's they had like the spicy mayo on that one, but they have the patty that's actually just like the different breading. It's just buy a different frozen patty, the buffalo kind. I'll eat it. I don't care. It's just not.
But you can have
get
one of each
for $1. That's the thing, though. It's $1.42 for each, but the McChicken alone, the original one, is the only one that you get for $1 if you buy 2. You buy one, get one for $1. That menu is separate
from
the
everyday. It has to be a regular McChicken to get another McChicken for $1?
Yes.
Horse shit.
I know, but it's...
Complain.
They have 2 different menus. They have the everyday value menu, and they have the buy one, get one for $1 menu. That's McDonald's. That's corporates right there. Bureaucracy wins again. They don't want us to have the spicy McChicken.
The buy one, get one for $1 menu, it's just kind of like sides, like structurally speaking, at a restaurant.
What do you mean?
You order like the regular thing, and then for a little extra, you can get this. But like, it's obviously not going to be your main thing, right? But that's a whole ass sandwich. So you're getting an entire burger on the side of your burger.
Right, yeah. And you can just get a whole other meal. You want an extra little boost?
And that's different than like the dollar menu, right? Because with the dollar menu, well, like I guess buy one get one from $1. You could buy something off of that list, right?
Yeah, because you can also
so you
buy
get like 2 McDoubles.
You can get a McDouble, and I think a small fry is also on there, and the small fry will be $1 or other way around type deal. So I think they're all like $1.42, $1.52, whatever the base price is. Because the idea behind the dollar menu was you were able to put together like a cheap, effective little meal of just like sandwich, fries, and then small drink. And they still, I guess, with the buy one get one for $1, keep that going. Because drinks are still $1 for any size, which is crazy.
Yeah, I mean it's kind of like Arizona.
Yeah, they're staying
like
by
they
it.
were just like, you know what, Arizona, they're doing it right. They said we're sticking at $1, and people continue to buy that all the time. And they don't really spend money on making soda. Like, I mean, they do, but like it's incredibly cheap to do that, and they just keep the lines clean, like better than other places. So,
yeah, just have rigorous
the whole
cleaning
McDonald's
methods.
Sprite meme and all that shit.
It's McDonald's every soda, dude. The way
It
they do
is, but the McDonald's, like, the joke was that you drop your phone into McDonald's Sprite and it starts charging.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
That was always like super cool. I remember being as like a really, really young kid, like just listening to soda and just being like, whoa, that's awesome. Like that's what's gonna go on in here.
When I was younger, One of my favorite things was just filling up the cup with every single type of soda at the machine.
Suicide run.
Yeah.
Good times. Good times.
And I feel like that made me sort of like a more skilled user of the Coca-Cola remix machines nowadays.
Okay. Yeah. The freestyle machines are called.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because I'm used to mixing sodas, and then like I remember the first time I saw one of those machines, I was like, and I got like vanilla Sprite and then like vanilla Fanta, and mix them together to get a dreamsicle soda. And I wanted to make two different things. Both of them have vanilla, and then one has vanilla and orange.
Yeah, pretty good. Like a vanilla orange would probably just do it, but yeah.
Yeah, but like I needed a little bit more vanilla. You know, there's more ice cream in the thing.
Well, the first time I ever saw Coca-Cola Freestyle, I just did a Fanta run, because that was the first time I saw like Fanta Peach, Fanta Pineapple. So it's just peach, pineapple, grape, strawberry, orange, everything all at once. I think like lime was in there too that I'd never seen. I was like, oh yeah, give me all of it. Just did a rainbow.
I
melted my teeth.
I think there's a lot of problems with those machines, kind of like how you'll walk up to it and then like half of the screen will be gray.
Yeah.
Because
and the response time is like a second. You just like doom, and then it's bing.
Yeah.
After a second, you're like, okay, well.
But I think if it was just sort of like, I don't know, better hardware and easier to upkeep, like I like it. I like the concept, especially because like you have your different sodas, and like they don't have cherry Dr. Pepper.
Yeah, they do.
They have Dr. Pepper, and they have cherry flavoring.
Oh,
and
right,
they have
and
like
they have,
Fanta base,
so you basically
and
get
cherry
to,
flavoring.
You get to play with like the mixers back there. Yeah, they make the soda like for you. That's what I figure is kind of like the reason for the response delay, because it's literally like you're pressing things and it's
moving all these little fucking
right. I mean, it's the interaction between something digital and analog, because it's literally a soda machine back there. It can't like you can't digitally make soda. You have to have the soda guns that move and do other things. It's like bowling pin lanes. Like they're only gonna be so fast because you literally have to do everything that's there. It's not like you can just zip them out. It's so cool though. I love analog technology so much. Especially stuff that's needlessly analog.
You can get peach Coca-Cola. You can't get that anywhere.
Yeah, you can.
You can now? Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say they.
I've had orange Coca-Cola.
They do like a bunch of different flavors like that. I don't know if it's only in the like Coke de Mexico things. I've only seen them in like glass bottles or like sometimes the little tiny cans. So probably just like limited release. But I definitely have seen Coca-Cola Peach in the glass bottles.
Well, when I saw Coca-Cola Orange, I saw it in a plastic bottle. And I had AI Coca-Cola.
Oh, is that the Starry whatever?
No, that's
was
just
Pepsi.
Sprite. Or that's just Mellow Yellow, I think. One of the soda.
Sierra Mist. That's
Sierra
right.
Mist,
Became Starry. What am I thinking of? There was like no,
it was just AI flavored Coca-Cola. They had an AI come up with flavors, and then they did it. I forget exactly what it tastes like. I think it was a little raspberry-y, but that also could have been a different Coca-Cola.
I remember they did a space one too, right? I thought, or it was like cotton candy type flavored. I don't remember.
Oh, yeah, I've definitely seen cotton candy. I don't know if I've tried it, or I could just imagine what it tastes like, and I don't think I'd like it.
Nah,
I've seen it.
Sweet. It's just extra sweet. All it is sugar. Just like nah. No, thank you.
I had League of Legends Coca-Cola once.
League of Legends flavors, just sweat flavored.
I don't know what it was. I remember it was like some different refined version of Coke, but it wasn't like plus this flavor. It was like a different Coke. You know, a side grade. I mean, I didn't give it like a real flavor name. I don't think. I did try to. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to pull it off, but I did try to keep up with every single flavor of Mountain Dew that would come out. So I could have tried them.
I remember keeping up with them. I think it was like in high school when they were doing like the whiteout and all the different things.
Because they would do the the challenges where there's like head to head and like
Right, you get to make your own, and then you have to vote for which one was the best.
And I want it to be like an informed voter.
Wanted to be informed public.
Yeah, but now they also just have seasonal flavors, like much more common. Baja Blast, is that still seasonal?
I don't know if it's seasonal. They usually release. Their last time they released it was like the Baja Versary or whatever, and I think it was a good gap before that. So it might just be like whenever they feel like it.
Rare event, but
Right.
they'll do it.
Yeah. Whenever they want some money.
They had the classic one, Code Red, Voltage,
Livewire. Love Livewire.
They have different variants of Baja Blast now,
Yes, they do.
but not at the actual Taco Bell. But it's like Baja,
Like raspberry
like
and Baja.
Typhoon Blast. I don't even know. Typhoon is a different one.
They have Sangria Blast. I know.
Sangria Blast. Yeah.
Yeah. And they have. I think they have like a raspberry Baja one. Although that might just be the hard Bajas. I might be thinking of that.
They might be thinking of that, which
Yeah.
is even.
It's awesome, dude.
I hate it.
Hard
Like,
Baja
how
Blast. They got hard Doritos, man. Hard Doritos. Remember Robert had those?
I still think it should be illegal. They shouldn't be able to use the same branding. They need to come up with a completely different thing if they're going to enter that space.
Dude, I am the opposite. Give me hard Sunny D. Give me it in the Sunny D bottle. Make it so that it looks like I'm drinking regular Sunny D.
That's just...
that's going
That's marketing to children.
Yeah, no, that's kids are going to grab that on accident. That's not a good idea.
But I have tried them.
Oh, they're good. The hard Sunny D's are
try
real
the
good.
Mountain Dews.
Tried the hard Monster. Not great.
Yeah, I think a lot of these things have like a lot of just sort of aspartame-y.
Yeah, it's just
because
like
they don't
sweet.
want to. This is supposed to be a seltzer or like a, they need to make room for calories from the alcohol. Like they make it
and then
zero
you
sugar.
bury the taste of the alcohol too. So you just pile it on.
If you like aspartame, good
Gives
for
me
you.
headaches. No, thank you. I don't like that. I found a great way to be rich though, and it's from observing a lot of different people who have become famous and or already had a bit of money and increased their wealth this way. We start up a charity. We don't have to start one ourselves, but we can get affiliated with the charity, and we have this large event that we spend X amount of money on, whether we want to spend a small amount, large amount. And then we just say all the donations that people give to us are, going to go to that charity. We offer all these things that we're going to give people as well as if you donate, we'll give you this and then also send this money to charity. And we take all the money and then we just don't do any of that.
I'm in.
We could walk away and then just be like, well, sorry, we're doing our best, and then we just walk away. Seems like we could just do that. I've seen a couple different people get famous. Won't name drop anybody, but seen a couple different people do it and get away with it. Feel like we could just pull this off. It's not too hard.
I think this is like if you wanted to make a crypto rug pull scam like 10 times harder and affect people in an even worse way.
That's what I'm saying. And it's like it hurts so bad and hits so hard that it's like you could just skip out right as the bomb's dropping, and what are people going to do about it? They gave their money to charity. They thought that money was gone anyway. Now you're just skirting away with it.
Well, why do we have to publicly just be like, fuck all of you?
We don't have to be like,
we're stealing it.
That's the thing. We don't publicly say that part. We just don't do anything. And then people who give the money, they assume it went to charity, and the charity's not going to they usually don't have a PR department. It's going to be like, hey, fuck those guys. So we could just get away scot-free as long as nobody questions it. I've run the numbers. This is going to be great for us.
Are there any non-extradition countries that you're a particular fan of?
Non-extradition countries? You mean countries that won't extradite me to them?
The countries that won't extradite you back to America.
Are there countries that'll do that? That won't
Yeah, that's an extradition treaty.
Neat.
is that if your criminals leave to another country, that country is willing to still try to catch them and ship them back.
Oh, okay. I guess it really doesn't fall under their jurisdiction anymore. We could pick a good one of those.
Cool.
I mean, we could just go to Puerto Rico probably and hide out. No one's looking.
That's still in the U.S. So
Right. We don't even have to
I don't
change
know.
much.
The thing is like,
Just quietly, legally change our names.
I think the IRS would be the ones that get us. I mean, they got Capone.
The wheels of justice move pretty slow these days, my man. We got a lot of time before old Uncle Sam catches on. We can make a lot of moves.
Yeah, we'd have to leave the country. That's all I'm saying.
And I'm saying we could. I'm saying it's all part of... Once we got the money, we can do anything we want. We got money now. We can fund any project we need. An out-of-country move? Sheesh. Easy. We'll set up our...
Exactly. I agree. I mean, like, I don't actually think I could try to leave the country, like, live in another country, like, just pick up and go right now. But...
If we had, like, 60, 80K, maybe 100K, nice little startup cash. And then, right, our story gets big, right? No press is bad press. Mm-hmm. People are like, whoa, what happened to these guys who just made off with the money? Let's check them out. Bam. Instant marketing. We don't even have to do anything. The news will market everything for us.
We'll be like,
it's working out,
criminals.
man. Everything's coming together.
Stole $100,000 from dying babies prevention funds.
It's all coming together. We'll be all over the news. They'll be talking about our names. We're going to be famous. People are going to be tuning in.
People would want to work with us again.
Yeah, it'll all come back
because
around.
They want to be connected to the name.
We'll have to start out with some probably less than reputable sponsors just to get our foot in the door. Like My Pillow's probably knocking. They're probably going to be looking for people. They're a little down in the dumps. Mattress Firm. They might be looking.
I think. I mean, that was already sold at the beginning.
Yeah, no. This is a great plan. Let's put this into play. Let's scouting some charities. See what we can come up with.
Perfect.
Bada bing, bada boom. Think about it. We're gonna have videos by like all the internet drama people. They're gonna be talking about us. Millions of people watch those videos, and we're gonna be the subject of them.
Yeah.
Easy money.
I think we would legitimately get a group of people that are like, "Yo, no, they're right."
How the hell? That'd be some like a little
Someone's
like,
gonna
joke.
think that.
It'll all just be like the Joker stands of like this. Some people just want to watch the world burn, and I'm here for it. And they'd just be like all the edgy teens who are like, that's all we would attract with that.
Yeah, and then you wait like 20 years, then you come back and you profit again.
Hold on. What is the statute of limitations on fraud? Statute of limitations on fraud in game. Just so Google's not
in Minecraft.
Yeah. In Minecraft, just to be sure. Statute of limitations depends on the type of fraud. Looking like 10 years unless you're on RICO charges. So I think we're good.
Okay, 10 years.
Bada bing. 10 years we can come back. We can make our grand return.
Mm-hmm.
This is a good timeline. So 10 years from now, we got the grand return. Then we just got to start day 2. We got day 1 planned, which is right now. We're on the way.
We should probably stop talking about this because this is definitely going to be...
I mean, if at this point it's not very obvious that it's a joke and that we're not actually going to go embezzle money from a charity, and not even from a charity, embezzle money, period. It's just in the name of a charity. We're not going to do that. That's not in the cards. Just jokes here. We're just having a goof, having a hee-haw.
I mean, if we were to do it and, like, you know, get caught trying to flee the country and brought to court, like, this would be played.
Yeah.
It'd be the most, like, okay, this wasn't an accident.
And if
they did the recording of them saying that they were going to do this, that they published.
And if we were actually going to do it, is what I was going to say, we wouldn't publish this. We'd publish this afterwards as, like, the lost files. As, like, our If I Would Have Did It, O.J. Simpson book style, basically. But this is just one of the ways that I've been observing different famous people on the internet and how they've succeeded. I have others. I have one other way. So, we start talking to 10-year-olds online.
Poor start.
Let me finish. We keep conversing with these 10-year-olds. We build relationships with them.
Poor start.
We're almost there. Once we establish these relationships, we manipulate them into doing things they're not comfortable with.
Terrible finish.
I mean, I've seen, again, it's one of the things, it seems like a foolproof plan. I don't really understand it much myself, I will admit. But so many people have been doing it, it's just, there's got to be something there. There's got to be something to it that we're just not seeing. The only thing I can think, we got to do it and just find out what, what all the hoopla is about.
How does that work every single time?
How do people keep getting famous while doing that? We got to start doing it and see what all the hoopla is about. Maybe we just start messaging and then all of a sudden we get 2,000 downloads. Who knows?
Look, I'm all for embezzlement. I see the vision. I truly do. No.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. I mean, I'm not going to try to convince you really further of that. It's just something that I was throwing out there. I've seen a lot of different, I'm trying to look at peers in the space, if I could consider them that, and different ways they are succeeding.
All you got to do is, I don't know, just do studies on it.
It was really hard to word that. Because there's so many different things going on in my head. It's just like, I don't want to have to cut it out. I want to keep it. I want to keep the joke in, but how do I get this across? I think I got it good, though.
It's honestly fair enough. I definitely didn't want
vague.
to do something extended on that.
Right. I kept it vague enough to where it's definitely nefarious, but not outright dubious. It's just the implication of danger.
I feel like I've been given responsibilities now. Like I have to play the straight man for this podcast now.
Well, I mean, I'm the one coming here with ideas. All right, I'll just say that. I'm the one here with the list of ideas, trying to bring them to you. You can bring some ideas. All right, if you want to bring something here.
No, I'm fine with the responsibility. It's just, well, I got to do that. I got to keep an eye out for certain bits and make sure I don't just yes and start just talking about making kids uncomfortable and seeing how that
I think you should go the opposite way. I think yes-anding is really the only way you can go with this, and we just start cooking. Because that's the thing. You don't have to play the straight man if you just yes-and everything.
I do.
No, if you yes-and everything, we can just cook together. We're both going up. Don't need a straight man. Fuck the odd couple.
Nah. What's next on the list?
What's next on the list is we need more wazoo. I fucking love the phrase, just out the wazoo, in the wazoo. Every time I hear, especially an old man say it on like a sports announcer type deal, it's the best. I love it.
I thought that was a euphemism for you were telling me about how oh, here's the notes, and I made sure to make them vague enough so that you wouldn't say no. This one, I was like, okay, let's find out what wazoo is, and you're just like, oh, wazoo, it's such a fun word.
I only thought about doing that after I wrote the joke about let's start talking to 10-year-olds. And I was just like, well, after I should do that, I was like, he's probably going to screen that and might say no, so I should, from this point forward. Well, you said yes to it.
Yeah, well, you said, and this point forward.
From this point forward, they're going to be very vague and not very descriptive.
It's just, I was really expecting wazoo to have a bit more kick to it. But you know what? I agree. Wazoo's a good term.
It's a great term. It's just silly enough to where it's just like, it's just silly enough for what you need. Because whenever you're going to use it, you're kind of looking for something that's silly and exaggerated. Oh, he's got stuff coming out the wazoo. What would be a good replacement phrase for that?
I can't think of one off the top of my head.
Right, just he's got a lot of stuff. It's just that's it is your birthday period, it's just a fun way to just spice up the language a little bit. And it's old-timey, sure, but fucking bring it back. It's not old-timey uncool. It's old-timey fun.
I like pretty much any word with that sort of cadence to it. Wazoo, wahoo,
Ooh,
yahoo.
Yeah.
All that sort of stuff
Just fun.
fills it, you know.
I think it's...
Satisfying to say.
I was going to say, I think it's just that double, like... Or, like, long vowel ending on the word where it's just kind of naturally makes you want to, like, yell it out.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if they... Because they are not all celebrations. Yahoo is, but Wazoo and... Wahoo is, too. Wazoo isn't. But it's still just kind of like... You know, you want to yell it out. Like, he's got the Wazoo! It just kind of comes out, like, you know, going up. Kind of naturally.
Yeah, Yahoo is more like a Yahoo. You know, it goes...
It could be like a Yahoo! That kind of thing, too.
That's
You
more
can
of
go
a
up with
Wahoo.
Oh, yeah, I guess so.
Wahoo.
It could be. Yeah, fair.
That's just, I don't know, played enough 3D Mario games.
Wahoo, I was just thinking more of Wahoo, but Wahoo is more correct.
Yeah, which is also the name of a fish, but...
A Wahoo or a Wahoo?
Wahoo.
Wahoo? Oh,
Wahoo!
That's fun. I want to get a Wahoo fish.
But I did watch that, like, multiple hour-long supercut of that guy playing the Kaizo Super Mario Sunshine.
The brag percent that I sent you? Or was that Dude percent?
Dude percent, yeah. Because
What was-
that was the name of the hack.
Oh, okay, so it was like a Kaizo hack named Dude?
Yeah.
Interesting.
And they referred to Mario as Dude.
Ah, cool.
Yeah, I mean, that's, I guess, a good thing about, you know, games that don't have voice acting is that you don't expect it, so you can make a hack, and you can just change the text, and it works.
Yeah. Neat.
But, yeah, I'm just saying, I got that, like, Mario, wahoo! Like, all the sound effects are solidly in there.
Yeah.
Watching a shit ton of Panic Coic. Got that, all the backwards long jumping, all that shit,
Yeah.
falling off the edge, all of it.
Fair.
It's like a personal soundboard in my head, except it's not very useful.
Yeah, I feel the same with all the Drake and Josh quotes I have in my head. Not very useful, but there's a lot of them in there.
Yeah, just
I don't want to
bouncing
kidnap
around.
the governor.
Waiting for their moment.
Don't even need a moment. I'll just throw them out and people don't even, like, understand the show. I'll throw them out. Same with, like, Trailer Park Boys and Always Sunny. Like, I don't think anybody that we sit in the Discord with knows those shows, but they'll just tickle me so much that I can't not say them.
And then, Trailer Park Boys is quite the one to start quoting.
It's so good. They're just so out there. We got reports that somebody was getting high and playing space in the street. Yeah, us. You got a problem? Just sitting in, like, space helmets like, what do you want? Wahoo! Yeah, that is the end of the topics that I brought today, though. What else?
We're looking at 33 minutes.
What else
we can
should
go
we
back
discuss?
to the Big Mac thing, because I want to do that math. Do you remember what I said?
It was like 7 something for the sandwich.
Quarter pounder with cheese is $7.59.
Okay.
So, also that's a single patty, but it's a bit like a thicker patty.
Oh, okay.
So, from what we can gather, a single beef patty is like $5.
Yeah, right. And it's even then, like, the Big Mac has the thinner beef patties. When they did the Grand Mac, oh my God, was I in heaven? When they had, like, the
Yeah, it's
different
like
size Big Macs.
Really big, right?
Yeah, it was just bigger patties, like different patties too. They actually tasted like cooked beef patties, and I was just like, oh, I had like 7 of those when they came out. Oh, so good.
So wait, a quarter pound burger is plus $3.39 to add to a sandwich.
Okay.
And if we go to the Big Mac, we can find the cost of adding just a patty to it, extra 1/10 of a pound of beef, $1.69. So
a patty for
$1.69 plus $1.69 is like $3.28, 38
cents,
like that. And then the burger itself is $7.29. So that's like almost $4 in, it's like $3.90, something like that. Dollars in
in
extra
meat.
bun
Oh, an extra bun. Okay, yeah.
And
lettuce and sauce and pickle and all the fixins.
It's like,
It's
like
nonsense.
3 to 4 ratio there in terms of the cost.
Meanwhile, what is a McChicken? $1.41, I think it is.
Yeah, I'm kind of on your team with the Big Mac here.
It's just not worth it. They just give you so little for charging so much. You can get more meat, even if like, oh, McChicken isn't the best type of sandwich. You'd rather get the premium chicken. Whatever, but you're gonna pay more. You can get 2 McChickens, make it like a Big Mac. It'll be more meat, more food. It'll taste better too, because shit, Big Macs are just not hitting the same way they used to.
Well, sometimes, yeah, and like, it's good to sometimes just eat for like volume, you know, like you're working a hard day and you need a McChicken to have energy to sustain.
And honestly, the extra top bun is just a little bit too much of volume. So I feel like whenever I just eat 2 McChickens and just have the fries separate, I always kind of don't finish the last bit of my second McChicken. So I feel like if I just take that top bun off, then I'm able to eat all of it, and it's good. It's good. They do put the mayonnaise and lettuce on the top bun, though. That's the only shit part, so you gotta like get that off if you want extra mayonnaise and lettuce. If you don't need it, then whatever. I do like extra mayonnaise, though, so give me all that. I'll do a little scrape action.
So how many buns do you take off of?
Just 1 top bun. So you remove 1 top bun from it, and then you take the top bun off of the second one and place the removed top bun one there, and then place the top bun back on from the first one. To basically make it, give it 2 bottom buns, and then the top
Why
bun.
don't you just get rid of... Because the top bun, like, it looks like it's more volume, but I don't think it's, like, that much more volume. Like, you're still subtracting an entire piece of bread if you take out the bottom bun, and you get extra sesame seeds in the middle of your sandwich if you like sesame seeds.
True. I could make
And
it too.
you know, I got all the sauce and stuff there.
Yeah, that would
so you
actually
don't
help
need to
me
scrape it
out.
off.
Nice. See, I'm glad I brought this to the table. We can workshop it.
Hell yeah.
Increasing my McDonald's gain. I wouldn't have to scrape it all. You're right. I could just take 1 bottom bun off, then just pop.
Yeah.
Nice.
It would be a little bit out of the spirit of the Big Mac, which has 2 bottom buns, but... Or is there a middle bun?
No, it's just 2 bottom buns.
Okay.
Yeah, and I would much rather get away from the spirit of the Big Mac. It is a fucking dredgely terrible spirit. It's one of those things that just persists on image alone. And that's the thing, like, every time I get a Big Mac, I'm never disappointed in the way it looks. It's the amount of pictures I see where it's like, oh, the Big Mac's all, like, crappy. Let's go to a shit McDonald's. Because all the McDonald's I go to around here are, like, very nice. They have the high stack buns. It's actually, like, I open the box and that's, like, touching the top of the box. It's a very well-built burger. But even in that well-built status, there's just thin, terrible patties. And there's just so much bread, there's so much lettuce, there's so much not meat. Go away.
Yeah. Well, on the topic of like how they look and stuff like that, I think part of showing you the picture of the burger isn't to, I mean, of course it is to like entice you to eat the burger or buy the burger because it looks nice. Like that's obviously there. But another part of it, and why they gotta gussy it up, is because it's supposed to actually be like a description of what items are in it. So you need to make it look tall and give it space so you know that there's lettuce here and here.
Right.
And like, you know, the sauce comes out from the side of the like bun a
So
little bit, like on the lettuce.
Makes
so
sense,
you you know what's in it.
Makes sense.
More so than getting an accurate like look at what it looks like. There's a lot of places I see that they got like it's Photoshop pictures of food in their marketing. Or like, you know, they do special stuff to...
They airbrush it, yeah. They airbrush models. They're going to airbrush the fucking burgers, of course.
Yeah.
I mean, let's not get crazy here like there's some food purists. They're not even like food they're taking pictures of for the most part. Like the mayonnaise is usually like glue and different stuff because it makes a better texture and is easier to smear and isn't made of eggs on fucking set, which would probably be terrible after an hour.
Yeah. But yeah, so... I don't think they're entirely responsible to make the burger look like that.
No, but it's I just think it was like, you know, it's an extra thing of like, oh, maybe it's a bad Big Mac or like type thing. It is the best Big Mac that I could ask for, but even so, in its best state, terrible, not worth it. And it's quote unquote what it should be because it's not one of those terrible pictures like I keep mentioning online in the room with us right now.
I mean, I had Taco Bell for lunch today. Cheesy gordita crunch with a nacho cheese shell.
It's a brand new Taco Bell. Hopefully it's good.
It is cool, but so when you walk in to go into the lobby, there's like a little like ordering window thing that you can open up that just like leads to the lobby. There's not like a person there. So I'm just wondering like what previous way was this place set up, because I'm assuming it's not a new building.
No, it's well, it was a KFC, but it was demolished, and then that was built that way.
Why do they do that?
DoorDash? Maybe it's like easier. They just set a DoorDash like thing out there, but you're saying it's like a little spin window where they can like open
it's
up?
like a little slidey window. I didn't try it, but it had sort of the bits and bobs on it.
Yeah, maybe it's just like for DoorDash, like right on the other side of that, they pile up DoorDash like orders, or you're just coming in there like,
Well, on the other side of it, it's like in the lobby still, and it's on the floor.
Oh, on the floor?
There wasn't a table on either side.
Oh.
It's just a window like that.
I have no idea.
In like the walkway in, there's like the, I don't know, mezzanine, whatever the fuck the thing is when you walk into a space, and then you got to go through another door before you're actually in the place.
Yeah, like the little lobby. It's like a little lobby.
Yeah, but it's not like that to get into the lobby, but like the space before that.
Oh, so
the airlock.
Right, basically, yeah, the in between the two doors. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the two spaces that are separated by this window.
Yeah, that's strange, because they literally did build that building from the ground up. Because it used to be a KFC over there, and I'm pretty sure they tore that down, and there was a new building they put up.
Maybe they just ordered like an extra window like that. And we're like, well,
where do you want this window, boss? I don't know. Throw it somewhere.
It's kind of a pain to return. So
hey, like a window pane.
Oh man.
Hey.
That
a real window
I
pane.
Hate that.
Was.
That. Did that win any awards? Love the Way You Lie.
Wait. Oh, I have no fucking idea. I didn't make that connection. I just said window pane.
Said window pane because all I can think of is
that line. Yeah.
And then I get to watch you leave out the window. Guess that's why they call it window pane. Music stops. Just gonna it's. I hate it. It's so.
It's a terrible pun, but that's like the whole. It was back then. It was probably really fire.
I didn't think that ever.
I might have thought
I remember hearing it on the radio. I'm like, I really like this Rihanna, chorus. I really like most of the verse from whatever I could hear, I guess. But ending on that is just like to I guess bring something of the time facepalm.
Right. I remember listening to that song a lot when it came out. I haven't in a long time. Mm-hmm. I thought it was probably okay. I probably thought it would hit pretty hard. I don't remember exactly, but I thought I was probably like, oh fuck yeah, window pane, that's genius. I was probably one of those people, guaranteed.
I mean, it is like, I guess it has a cleverness to it, it works.
One of my other.
Why are you leaving out the window? Is
you watch her leave out the window.
Is someone actually doing that, or
she's?
It just feels like
he's watching out the window.
Why are they leaving from the window?
No, she's just leaving. Period. He's watching from the window. It's kind of a strangely worded sentence.
That I feel actually a bit better about it now. So I'm like, what fucking
we
setup?
She was leaving. Okay. I
guess to watch you leave out the window.
I watch you leave out the window.
By looking through the window.
Yeah. I watch you out the window. I don't know what object, subject, predicate that would be. I watch you out the window. Leaving is the action.
Yeah, yeah. I get it now. I feel better about that because what fucking setup to say window pane? Are you shitting me? But now it feels like there's not enough connection to the window for that line to work.
We need to write into Eminem. He just released a new album, so he's probably ready for some interviews.
Some beef.
We learned about
Let's
MGK.
Fucking go.
I don't think you should try that.
I mean, I don't have a rap career to lose.
True. You have a podcasting career, I guess. I don't know how we would shut that down, though. If Eminem made a song about us, I think that would only help. Even if it was a diss track that completely destroyed us.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's not like there's a lot of public stuff about us, or reasons that he would have to attack. Yeah. Or, angles to attack
he
from.
Would just have to listen to all of our podcasts, and then he'd become a fan or something.
Well, I mean, even then, he could still, I don't know. He would have to have, Nardwuar levels of research to make anything good about us.
I was gonna say then
Two
he would
randos
just
in
kind of
Illinois.
end up being our biggest fan just because he knows the most about us because he's the only one giving that much of a shit at that point.
Start a whole stand situation. How the tables have turned.
I think one of the most memorable, like, clever lines from one of his songs is, "I'll rip a tree out of the ground and flip it upside down before I turn over a new leaf." I think it's New Leaf Clown. That's how he ends it. That's a funny play on.
I remember hearing a line from him about playing Fortnite with your granny. Don't really know, like, that's the only little snippet of it I can, like, remember. And I don't know, the way he says Fortnite.
Definitely not a guy who plays Fortnite, probably. I don't play
Maybe.
Fortnite either. I don't fucking.
I mean,
Is there a way to say it that's
Why would
like
he not?
like Zoomer type? Like if you say it Fortnite, you're supposed to say it like.
no, it's like
F-Night?
the entire. He's making a lot of ort sounds in that verse, like
Oh.
a seal.
Oh,
It's-
wait, what the fuck?
Well, no, not like just alone, like in the
This
words.
is they just start doing a seal breakdown.
I mean,
what
it wouldn't
the
be the
fuck is
craziest.
this song?
For something, if you're going for goofy.
I would say he
But-
does like accents and stuff sometimes where it's like real goofy. So I wouldn't put it past him. Just start doing seal noises.
The ort sound is like he's using it in a lot of the words and is like emphasizing it and say Fortnite with your granny, I guess. I don't know if it's a diss or anything. I mean, probably not a diss to a particular person, just like a random like.
I don't know. Maybe it's like the new age way of saying like, yeah, I'm chilling with your mom. Like, yeah, I'm playing Fortnite with your grandma. Then we're gonna bang after.
Yeah.
Take that.
There's that one line from Eminem that kept on getting jokes made about it on TikTok. It's just him standing there. It's like this like weird like freestyle thing he recorded in a garage, and he just stands there and he's like, "That's an awfully hot coffee pot." And
I mean, it's yeah, okay.
just such I don't know, just
Is
the
this a
way
good
he
one?
says it.
Yeah.
The
got him-
silence before it happens, like a loaded gun.
That's awesome. That's a good meme. I'd post that, and if I was in like a work group chat type of deal, I'd probably post that a lot. Just like, that's an awfully hot coffee pot, but like with extended breaks beforehand, because you said there's like a little bit of pause. So sometimes I'd want a 2 second, sometimes I want like an 8 second, sometimes I want like a 20 second. Just like everybody would get it, and they'd just be like, "Oh, you sent it again."
Oh
Is it?
my god, you set up a bot and this happens multiple times per minute?
No.
Everyone's
I
phones
just
are-
like I'll just send it as a joke like multiple times. It'll be like a thing like, "Oh yeah, he sends this thing," but every time it'll be a
in
little
groups
different.
of 3 or like groups
No, I'm saying if I was in a work group chat, I would send that.
Mhm.
And just send it every once in a while. Like sometimes it would have a 5-second delay, sometimes it would have a 20-second delay. I don't know. It was a stupid joke. This going this far into the explanation.
I was just imagining everybody at your job getting like an image of that, like with the
No.
text at the bottom, and you saying delay of 5 seconds, 8 seconds. I'm thinking, how fucking often are you sending this thing?
No, I want the video of it, but have just like a little delay before.
I
like a
follow.
pause.
Okay, cool. Like, I would fucking hate to be your coworker. That's the work days. Bzz, bzz, bzz. Bzz.
Just keep sending
any
it.
moment that you think you're free, you know, as soon as you let your guard down in the slightest, because you can't be that tense from the bzz all
It's
the
an
time.
awfully hot coffee pot. It's just coming at you. You never know. That's funny.
I'll try to find it for you
Yeah,
afterwards.
I've never heard that. That sounds pretty funny though. Just that's isolated. Like, I'll bet it's just like the start of something, because if it's like freestyle,
Yeah.
you just go on whatever. But it's just that isolated. It's a great meme.
What was the other one I was thinking of? I can make an orange wine. I can make an orange rhyme with banana, or nana. Thank you,
That's not real.
Mr. Mathers.
That's not real.
I believe it is.
There's no way.
It's he would do that. Why would he not do that? he can do whatever he
That's the
wants.
dumbest shit in the world. Yeah, he can, but dude, speaking of that, oh my god, Fatima made me laugh so hard because I've had "Lift Yourself" playing when we were driving in the car by Kanye West. Which, for those of you who don't know, "Lift Yourself" is a song that he released alongside "Ye vs. the People," where it's a very great beat, a really great intro, a lot of build-up, just for him to start going whoopity scoop at the end of it. And it's literally just to be like, yeah, fuck you, I can kind of do whatever I want. And then listen to this song with Fatima, and she's like, man, I really like this song, but I really wish you wouldn't go whoopity scoop at the end. I'm like, that's kind of the point.
It's actually a Drake diss.
It's a Drake diss?
Drake was trying to purchase that beat from Kanye, I think. So he took it and published it with poop diddy scoop, whoop de scoop de poop, whoop de scoop de whoop.
Oh, that's awesome. I didn't know the actual reasons behind it. I just figured he could do whatever he wants, so, yeah. But he can do whatever he wants. He just did it for a very particular reason.
Yeah, I don't know if he was trying to buy the beat from him or they were both looking to get it, but, like, I don't know why. Maybe it was a sample, who knows, but he owned it, and he put it out there and published it. Whoop-de-scoop-de-poop.
Whoopity
Fuck you, Drake.
Take that. That's awesome. That makes it even funnier that it's specifically to fuck somebody over.
It's also a good track. I appreciate it.
It's really good. I have it on my Spotify. I just love, like, the whole, like, breakdown with it and everything. It's so good. These bars... Watch the shit. So good. I remember we when that dropped, we were in your dorm room or your room in Triangle rather.
Yeah.
Just like listening to it.
The way that you could listen to it like right when it dropped is you had to click on his link from Twitter. I think that's the only place he posted it. And then it brings you to a web page that has a player for just that song and a picture of an MP3 MP4 file.
It was in like an iMessage. That was the whole thing. It was as if he had sent to like those MP4 files in an iMessage, but it was like a screenshot of his phone that you could click. It was really weird. It was kind of cool.
It was an experience.
Yeah. But then right after that, to be Ye versus the People, it's just like, whoa.
I don't even remember Ye versus the People.
That's the one where he's, why can't everybody just like Donald Trump? What's going on? And T.I.'s like, what are you doing?
I don't even know how I missed that. I mean, I knew he was a big Trump fan, but I didn't,
his whole thing was just like, I want to approach this with peace and love. You know, we can take the good things from it. We don't have to focus on the bad things about it. And the T.I. is just like, you know, the people that are also doing the same thing you were doing are like white supremacists, right? Probably shouldn't be shoulder to shoulder with them. I'm just saying. You got a legacy to protect or something, you know? But, and then also that's coming from T.I., who is doing some also not really great things. So... take it with a handful of salt.
I heard some stuff about that, but I don't know enough about it to say anything about it.
His daughter has, I believe it's either TikTok or Instagram account, just kind of chronologing the experience she had before being 18 and being underneath his thumb. Not great. Not great.
Sounds not great.
Not great at all. Yeah, shame on T.I. He's not really from a place to be like, hey, man, you got to be a pillar of the community here, like saying that to Kanye.
Yeah, but
that's a pot calling the kettle black, my friend.
Yeah, I mean, you could be right about something still. You could still, very unreasonable people still might find Kanye West to be unreasonable, you know.
No, yeah, he definitely is unreasonable. Yeah, there's no doubt.
You're
about
not
that.
I guess you're saying you're not. They don't. I just think they don't need to be a pillar of the community themselves to call out something like that. They're maybe they could be wrong or right just as much as anyone else.
True. I would give the song a listen.
Well, not just as much as anyone else, but
to me, it sounded like he was coming from a thing of like, why can't you do it low? Like I'm doing it, sort of deal. Like I'm doing this the right way, sort of just a condescending sort of deal.
Yeah.
So if
it was condescending, then I actually 100% get it. Yeah.
I listened to it just being like, I can get the points that you're making, but like. What if someone just said those same things to you? What are your arguments against it? Because it's not. These are kind of good arguments, but it's. I don't know. It's weird. Yeah. It's. I also have that on my Spotify and give it a listen every once in a while because it's just interesting to see two people I disagree with also disagree with each other.
Yeah. I still like these shakers
Yeah,
very
Mr.
much.
Salt and Mrs. Pepper from Blue's Clues. Get them up on video.
And you got
And Paprika, their daughter.
is that actually paprika in there?
Yeah.
That's so funny. I feel like paprika's not that much of like a table condiment.
Put it on your mashed potatoes. Put it on mac and cheese, especially. Throw it
Yeah,
on.
like I'm with it, but like I do it in the kitchen. It's like I
You don't need to cook
know that I'm going to like incorporate paprika at a different point, an earlier point.
Throw a little bit on top of your chicken next time you cook it. Just
I'm down
over
to
the
do
top.
it. It's just it never.
It adds a nice
fill that role
smoky
to
flavor,
me.
especially when you just leave it a little like uncooked and raw, and you just kind of spread it over your chicken. Gives that nice flavor. Oh, It's real good.
You know what paprika is?
I don't.
Bell pepper.
Really? Is it just like ground up bell pepper?
Dried or something like that. Dried because that's how you make a powder.
Right.
or
Yeah, you
something.
gotta grind it up.
And then smoked paprikas, same thing, just smoked.
I had no idea. Cute little thing.
I'm assuming spicy paprika. Maybe there's just
Cayenne.
spicy capsicum.
Or maybe they just make it out of spicy.
No, there is just hot paprika.
Yeah, I was gonna, they just make it instead of bell peppers, maybe spicy peppers.
Yeah, but then that's a different name. Like, I mean, dried cayenne is dried cayenne, right? You can't sell it as hot paprika.
Yeah, fair. Yeah, maybe they just add more seeds or something like you're saying, more capsicum.
Maybe.
Seeds from the pepper, because red bell peppers can give you a little bit of sea spice, but not like sweating. They'll just give you a little bit of like, oh yeah, that is capsaicin. I taste. Yeah, I don't know how spicy, because that's the thing. If you want to get spicy paprika, at some point, just get fucking cayenne. If you really want the spice. Why are you chasing spice through paprika?
I like cayenne because I feel like with some sort of spicy things, like adding more of the spice, like that doesn't really change much. There's like a limit to how spicy that thing can be. Chili powder, I sort of feel this way.
Yeah,
where,
chili
like,
powder is just a taste more than any spice, really.
Yeah, once you hit a certain point, it's like, okay, this isn't getting any spicier.
Yeah.
This is just sort of becoming more dense with chili powder.
Right.
Cayenne, you can do that. And if you just keep on adding more and more and more, that thing will get spicier and spicier and spicier.
Oh, yeah. I love it.
Just putting like a shit ton of that into like cayenne and into ramen noodles.
Oh, yeah.
It's so delicious.
Dude, dry ramen bricks. I was telling you about them yesterday. Delicious. Pour a little bit of that dry seasoning over it and munch it down.
It still sounds crazy to me.
Oh,
but
dude, I'll eat one before you leave today. I'm fiending for one. Got some Dr. Peppers in the fridge to pair with. Oh,
I'll give it a shot.
it's so good. It's actually a lot more palatable than you would think. Because it's...
So what I'm thinking of is, you know how they have like shredded mini wheats? You know why there's mini in there, right? Because they have shredded wheat, and it's a cereal brick or a cereal like thing, and it's like this big.
Right.
And that's sort of what I'm imagining, but
See-
like, with ramen instead.
That's the thing, is the mouth texture that immediately gets to it. It's not like any kind of pasta like you might imagine or anything like that. As soon as you like bite it and crunch it, it all just kind of immediately like softens, but not so much that it becomes mush, but it's not jagged at all. So it immediately becomes like this really good like mouthful of chips feel, basically. And it's ramen flavored. And the texture of it is really non-offensive. Like, it's not like, stale or anything like that. It's just a good crunch. I'm telling you, it is.
I mean, I will give it a shot.
It is worth it. It is good.
Dry ramen brick.
If you ever just don't feel like cooking, just snack on it. Ugh.
Well, that honestly, like, that's one of the easiest things to make.
Yeah, but it's a different thing. I like cooking
It is,
ramen.
yeah, I appreciate it being a different thing, but I don't think I would be like, I don't have the willpower to
Clean a
heat
pot.
up water. I mean, I guess clean a pot.
Yeah, right. Sometimes you have to
like
clean a
cup
pot.
noodle. Like if you have it in a cup, like
That'd be
you just need
kinda
to have
hard to
heated
eat.
up water.
Yeah, that'd be kind of hard to eat raw because it's already in cup shape.
Yeah, instead of like a flat.
Like an apple.
Yeah. You know that I eat apples in their entirety, right?
Yeah, if you eat them
Core
like
and all.
upside down.
Yep.
Or not upside down, or right side up rather, instead of
My
sideways.
English teacher told me that once in high school, like junior year. He's like, yeah, it's not that bad when you're doing it from the top because
Just spit out the seeds.
you could actually, like, you don't need to eat it from the top to do that, I guess. I mean, like, technically, but it's definitely more enjoyable to eat it from the top if you're trying to get the core because you're, like, perpendicular to the, like, the thread, like, the threadiness in the middle of the thing.
Right.
But yeah, apparently that's horse behavior, though, of me.
Yeah, a little bit. A little bit. Like hippos when they just munch the pumpkin, just
Yeah,
smash it up and swallow.
That's satisfying to see.
That is really good because it's normally just like they're testing it, just be like, what, and then just smash and they munch it up.
Like, I think about that when I'm grabbing like a pumpkin for something, and I've seen the same thing with watermelons, and I think about that when I'm grabbing a watermelon. And it's like, wow, a hippo. Like, I mean, this isn't like terribly heavy, but it's got a little bit of heft to it.
Right.
And that's a pretty solid rind. Like,
You could break that with your hands.
I could probably break it with my hand, but it would take effort.
Yeah.
You know, I can't just freely, like, I need to actually try to strike it instead of just being like, bam. Like that. I could fuck up an apple like that. Pear, bam.
Fuck up any fruit I see in the supermarket.
Well, yes to a watermelon, but you kind of got to put more effort into it. But that's just the power of them, like, opening and closing their mouths. Like, I don't know how much extra effort it is for them to accomplish that. Like,
Right.
Considering how much muscle and head they're moving already.
You know, hippos can't swim.
Yeah, I didn't. I think they...
They float. They're buoyant.
Oh.
So they can just float above the water, and their noses are like at the top, so they just float and just kick their legs and just kind of can propel themselves. But currents can really fuck them up, I guess.
I did hear that apparently the way that, like, if a hippo is really trying to traverse like the water, they'll just go sink to the bottom and run.
They can just sink. Oh my god, that's spooky to think about.
Well, like, if you're trying to get across really quickly, like, you can't...
Yeah, you literally can't swim. That's I was watching a thing. They're not very good swimmers. They can just kind of direct themselves in the water a little bit and float.
Yeah, I love that it turns out that hippos were, like, the most terrifying thing. Like, I guess you see the picture of the purple hippo and, like, the orange lion in your coloring book as a kid, and both of them are smiling or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, you could be the blue shark, happy guy. It's always a thing.
But, like, the hippo is the most dangerous one. You find out, like, oh, you know, lion, king of the jungle, like, pack eater, and all this stuff. And I just kind of assumed that hippos were herbivores.
No, they're murderers.
Yeah.
They're murderers, and they are aggressive. It's to the point where, like, if you're at, like, resorts and stuff near, like, where hippos are just kind of located, those resorts usually have people with high-powered rifles watching you. Not because, like, oh, just in case you don't do anything, just in case hippos come near you. Because hippos are going to, like, charge you, and there's nothing else you're going to be able to do besides just kill it and run.
Yeah. That reminds me of this old Twitter character of the day, which is... Someone was tweeting about, like, you know, why do you think you need an assault rifle? Like, what possible use could you have for that? And this guy's like, yeah, well... You maybe say that again after you have your kids playing in your backyard and 30 to 50 feral hogs come and are running through your yard. Like, what are you going to do without an assault rifle then? Apparently that is actually a problem.
Yeah, they hog hunt with, like, helicopters and Gatling guns.
Yeah, everyone was just like, how the fuck is that an argument? Really, 30 to 50 feral hogs, like, just happen to come into your yard?
They're Roman packs, and yeah, they just they can tear shit up.
Yeah.
they make babies so quickly too. Like, if you don't kill all of them, then whoa, it's like cockroaches. But they're giant hogs that eat people. That's like a thing in I don't know what horror movie it was, but, like, feeding people to pigs, like, pigs will just eat you.
I actually didn't see that in a horror movie. I saw it in the movie Snatch, which is a movie about, like, stealing a diamond, and, like, it gets, like, through the hands of, like, a bunch of different people that are like, holy shit, we got the diamond, we should just fucking steal it.
Right.
And it, like, you follow the main guy that stole it in the first place or needs it, and
all those other people meet misfortunes, I assume. Yeah.
Well, like, you don't know who's gonna be, like, running away with the diamond until the end, like, for sure. But yeah, they talk about feeding people to pigs because they'll just eat straight through the bone.
Yeah, and that's they wouldn't even, like, think about it. I guess I'd only heard this a few times from people mentioning it over the course of my life. My grandpa mostly, because he grew up on a farm. But it's like, you fall down in the pig pen, they'll just, like, stomp on you and start eating.
Oh man.
They'll eat you. They don't care. They're just like, oh, the food's here, and they'll just start eating you alive.
Oh man.
It's terrifying. Yeah. You don't want to go near the hog. You gotta be real careful around them. You don't let the kids near them. Because the kids will think they're cute, and then one of them will get pushed over, and then that's it. Don't leave the kids alone to the hogs.
Good advice. We're actually a life advice podcast. That's tip number 1.
Tip number 1. Was this the same one that we had our ideas how to get rich and famous, or was that last one? Because then it's tip number 3.
Well, you said it was everything under new on your...
Yeah, so it was the second one. Yeah, so life tip number 3, beyond the first 2 that we gave you. Tip number 3, don't let your kids near the hogs.
Fair enough. An assault rifle, though, is, like, so crazy to, like, have an actual, like, need for.
We kind of talked about, like, having the, the balance between nature and, like, encroaching on it with civilization. It's like, what really is the other a solution for that, other than just trying to get rid of all the hogs? Like, you can't rein them in. Their meat's usually not really super good to eat because it's all tough and things like that. So,
well, I mean, we don't know enough about the hogs. Like, they could probably be like a human intervention could have caused.
No, they were just pigs that got out. The feral hogs are no different than like pigs that we keep. Just once they get
so that's
wild.
Our fault. They aren't a natural part of the ecosystem. They're an invasive species introduced by us.
Yeah.
So there's a difference.
Right, but now, I mean, do we not have pigs in captivity anymore to like keep them, or like how do we stop this hog problem now? It's kind of.
No, I'm agreeing with you because it's a human-made issue.
And we need to fix that.
But wolves just being around there, like that's sort of a different question, is what I'm getting at.
Fair, yeah. Yeah, no, it's something that we kind of took the cap off of, and now we can't really get the lid back on.
Yeah, 30 to 50 feral hogs.
Just roaming in a pack. And that's just one family, because they have, like, I don't know the exact numbers, but I know they can have babies multiple times a year, which, like, isn't normal for animals. They normally only do once a year, and it's normally, like, 1 or 2 babies, whereas, like, hogs have multiple litters multiple times a year, so it's like...
Oh, good lord.
Yeah. They spawn up quick.
You know about the Great Emu War?
Yeah, where Australians tried to fight against emus.
And they lost.
They had
2 guys and a machine gun.
World War I machine gun, I want to point out, which was just like the shittiest thing. I think it was more than one machine gun. There were like a couple different like Lewis and Maxim guns.
No, I'm pretty sure it was just one, and that's
Oh.
why they lost. Is that the gun overheated, something like that.
They just couldn't.
Didn't
There's
work
too
anymore.
many emus. Yeah, they can't fight them off. They're just getting like packed.
Well, our
in,
gun's broken. Guess they win.
Okay, what about a second gun? Nah, we already got one gun out here.
And that one's already mounted to the truck. Like,
we're not trying this again.
yeah.
That's funny. That's funny that was just like, it was one of the solutions. Like, all right, just go out there and shoot them. We got a machine gun. Like, what if the emus don't have machine guns, do they? Get out there.
Yeah. Well, there's the whole secret story of like what really happened. Turns
Emus
out they
had
do.
machine guns.
Yeah.
I mean, that'd be really funny. Like, the 2 guys out there, like one driving, one gunning, like they realize they lose and have to go back. They're just like, well, it's kind of unfortunate. It's not like we're really, like losing a whole lot because of these emus. And it's, what should we make up? This could be really funny. What should we tell this guy? Should we tell him the emus actually had machine guns? Should we tell him that emus are actually like hyper intelligent? We have the world at our fingertips right now.
I was thinking like, oh man, we don't have enough gas to carry this machine gun back with us. Guess we'll just leave it.
And that would have just been so.
That's when the second emu war comes with the emus as the aggressor.
It would have been super funny if they just had to like play it off like, oh god, we got to make up something. We can't just say that we failed. So they're like, the emus, they got the gun, they got the machine gun. Once they turned it on us, we just started driving. We didn't.
Whatever you do, don't go over there. They will shoot
go.
you. Don't check. Don't try to get the gun. It's theirs now.
They just don't go over there. They got the gun pointed at the road.
We didn't fuck up. They were actually much
You're
scarier
right,
than we
yeah.
thought.
They just try to make up some sort of story of like, well, how do we spin this to where we didn't fuck up, but these emus were just there's no way this could have happened any other way. Oh, that's awesome.
More animal things. Apparently giraffes fight by trying to whack each other's necks with their heads.
Yeah, have you seen the pictures of giraffes like broken necks?
No.
After fights?
I'm okay.
They're just like going and they're like literally crooked at angles, and they're still walking around.
Oh, they're still fine?
Yeah.
Okay.
They're the ones that won. They just broke their neck.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I didn't want to see a dead giraffe in particular, but a living giraffe that's a little bit fucked up because he won.
Yeah,
You know,
just
a
looks like
giraffe
one
that
of
looks
those-
at me and says, "Hey, you should see the other guy," and I say, "No, I don't want to."
You should
I
see
just
the
said that I
other
didn't want to see a
guy.
dead giraffe.
Yeah, it's wild because like it's one of those things you're like, oh yeah, you know, it's like we were talking about. They just kind of go on like resuming life, not really knowing. But like the giraffe's neck is so prominent, where it's like, whoa. It's like a street pole being
Well,
knocked
how
over.
often are they able to look at their neck?
Able to look at it? I don't know. Let's
Yeah,
see.
well, how do they know? Oh wow.
Yeah, it's got a wicked bend in it. I'll post the picture up on screen here. Yeah, it's just like there's another one like bent backwards because you just snapped it back too much.
I mean,
It's like
they're still
bent up
chilling.
like
I
this.
think that would explain some sort of like some set of like drawings and cartoons and stuff like that where you know like it's highly stylized and like you know there's a big old crick in the neck because it's like everything's a little bit jagged, but like
Yeah.
now it actually makes more sense.
It was based on real life.
Yeah.
Well, that'll about do it for this episode of CRT Cold Hard Trash. Thanks for joining us. Be sure to check out the YouTube version if you want to see the video of us as well as the different images that we've been consulting on screen. Tune in next time for another very special episode. It'll be episode 9, where I'll get the intro right along with the number and mention that it's a very special episode. A lot of things to remember, but I'll have it written down.
It'll be a really short episode. That's all we got planned.
It'll just be the intro, and then we'll just fade it right back out. But thank you all for tuning in, and be sure to give us a rating, 5 stars or 4 stars, or whatever you feel is appropriate for us. If we haven't earned that 5 star, I understand. We got some work to do. Just kidding. I don't understand. We're the best podcast in the world. Why aren't you rating us
Exactly.
5 stars? It's your fault. It's your fault.
Eminem likes us.
He's our number 1 fan.
But yeah. Catch y'all around.
Peace out.